Shortly after Midjourney released its latest version 6.1, there is already another reason for users and customers to be very excited. I would like to show you exactly what this is in this tutorial. See you soon. The first function that's new to Midjourney, version 6.1, is the combined in-painting, or changing the aspect ratio via the web editor. I have already created a unique prompt for this tutorial. It reads, "A selfie of James Cook. With a white beard on board the HMS Endeavour, he is wearing a green British uniform." In the results, I actually find the picture on the left very interesting because it looks as if it was a selfie photo from that time. You want to try out this new editor for the first time. At least that's how it worked for me. Simply generate a prompt. The new Midjourney function is then usually activated, here at the bottom right. If this does not work, there is a note saying "More options" at the top right. Just click on it and try the following. You will then see that some, such as vary or upscale, are not yet activated. Simply click on it. The More Options item is crucial. Once clicked, the important and necessary function Editor is added to the sidebar on the right. But what is this editor all about? Don't be overwhelmed at the beginning. I will explain it in detail. A new control panel appears at the top of the browser. Erase, restore, undo, meaning making one editing step backwards. Reset to restore the original state of the image. Brush size, if you want to use the very impressive in-painting function. The area of the scale function, and the area to vary the different aspect ratios. On the right is the reset button to undo changes that were recently made to the prompt. Below this is the prompt used. At the bottom right is the main button, Submit. This takes you back to the prompt overview, i.e. to pre-selection in Midjourney. Or Close takes you back to the main interface of Midjourney to focus on another picture. But let's stay in this area for now and discover the first of several functions. You can already see, here's my cursor, moving over this picture. In the middle is a white element with 4 arrows, top left, bottom right. If I click on it and drag, while holding down the mouse button, I can move the image freely. I no longer have to extend it to the right or left first, with the still available pan effect. I can move the image in the direction of my choice straight away. The reset button is also very clever and user-friendly. If you no longer like the action, or whatever you have done, you can simply click on Reset, and it will start again from 0, the starting point. But there is something very special. You can change it completely individually. You can see these white squares in the corners. You can click on them and simply reduce the image in proportion. How cool is that? This defines the space in which the in-painting will be applied. This allows you to create completely new scenarios. I'll do that now. Leave the prompt as it is, and simply press the button Submit. Then you will see what happens. It will still be a selfie photo as predefined in the prompt about the explorer James Cook. Only the upper left area is added. This actually happens very quickly, as you can see. Very cool. It adds more details of the ship that would actually be visible in this particular selfie. Let's have a look. Here, perhaps a little distorted because of the fisheye effect, or a little more realistic. But you see, it worked. We used just the zoom mode without going through many individual steps. That is very amazing. I no longer have to go through tedious individual steps. If I go back now, then I can do it again here. I first need to return to the original image. I jump back to the original state of the image. It removes virtually everything. What I can do now, we use the eraser. Make the brush size slightly larger to define a bigger area so that the transitions can be shaped accurately, not too small. I'm now going to draw freely in there, something like diving goggles. And as I mentioned earlier, I will now add details to the prompt. It already says James Cook with a white beard. I will add a little detail to the prompt. What about a funny thing like pink sunglasses? That was that. Okay. Let's see. Pink, sunglasses. Then I press Submit. To return to the status of the original image, simply click this reset button at the top. It's always exciting because you don't know exactly what the result will be, and you can already see what Midjourney has done. A picture with pink sunglasses. Very funny. You can also see the selfie stick in it, or the hand, or something more abstract here. Great. Midjourney has executed it correctly. If you now click on this picture, you have the option of returning to the original picture via Edit. This is always the quickest way to get back to the original image to continue working on it. Click, the images will expand. To get the original image, simply select the previous motif. It will then jump back to the original image. Sometimes, I literally searched several minutes. Another interesting and very helpful feature of the web editor in version 6.1 with the new updates is first press reset again. You also have the option of zooming into the image. This means click on this white line on the right, here, and drag it to the left. This allows you to adjust the section that you want to focus on. An important notice, you cannot change both directions. If I adjust both directions and then click on Submit, it says, the editor does not support this function at the bottom right. It's not entirely clear to me why it was set like this. Maybe test phase? Well, just go back to the beginning, but now only think in one direction, either like this or like this in the other direction. To highlight the upper part of the face, then click Submit. Midjourney is relatively quick. It will then be edited. You'll see. The result is what I need. Just let me take another step backwards. I'll click here. What is also very exciting to me, I can reduce the format completely. That means, of course, I'm curious to see what comes out of it. Sometimes Midjourney interprets things very independently. Maybe strange? I'll make the image relatively small. Of course, it may be that additional people are added here. I'll just test it out. Actually, there should now be the ship with more details, so that it looks like a selfie from 1771. But first, let's take a quick step back. I created this zoom effect on the eyes earlier. Midjourney has taken the previous image, but added more detail. I can go back to the origin at any time via Edit, top right. Let me now check the result of the latest prompt. Midjourney has now done the following. Midjourney has understood from the prompt, he has to generate the same thing again. The person at the bottom right has remained, and these tall people have now been added to the left. That's not really what I wanted. A little, strange implementation. If I want to do the whole thing again, I have to go back to the original image. I activate the editor. First remove everything via reset. Then click into the prompt and change the text by adding different details and wishes. A ship. Blue sky. And clouds. Very simple. Then confirm, and Midjourney works again. It has received the explicit instruction, I only want one ship in blue sky and clouds. I'm curious to see if he'll do it that way now. These updates are certainly a temporary solution for the time being, but they are very exciting because you can now work much more freely. We'll see what the result is in a moment. As you can see, wonderful. He has deployed the person. Another ship is coming from behind, heading for ship James Cook is standing on. Or here sailors have been added. Or here, that also looks relatively interesting, with the second ship to the left. However, you should always pay attention to how realistic the whole scenario or world still looks. Of course, I went to a bit of an extreme, but it is very exciting to try out the web editor with all its various functions. To me, this is really a cool update. The second new feature that has been introduced can be found in the chat area. Not that I'm very active there. This means that if you go there, you will see the various chats. You probably already know them. One of them is the so-called super chat, super users. If you connect to it, it will be synchronized live with Discord. Friends who work together can interact live with each other as the rooms synchronize constantly. The third feature is, if you have now created 10 images in Discord, you can then immediately use the Midjourney Alpha website. I have seen that there are some hardcore Discord users respect. Presumably, you won't need Discord at all at some point. That's it so far for the new features of Midjourney, version 6.1, 3 updates. I hope you enjoyed it. Try it out for yourself. If you like this tutorial, leave a like or a subscription. I am very happy about it. See you around. Many thanks for listening. See you soon. And don't forget to wear your pink sunglasses. See you then. Bye.